of the train. You praying specifics. Why? Because he knows my name. He gonna get you, boy. He knows my name. And you're drinking this poison every day of your life. And if you walked into this Alive conference, I'm here to tell somebody sitting in your chair right now, sitting on your behind, I'm telling you, God has a calling and a purpose for you. And some of you are 50, some of you are 60, some of you are 30, and you are allowing everything in your past to hijack what God is trying to do in your life today. Hello, beautiful. Hello, alive woman of God. Hello, game changer. Hello, generational curse breaker. Hello, woman that can take a licking and keep on ticking. You are powerful. My title today is called Alive. Alive, hashtag. You are iconic. You have something on the inside of you. If you would stop walking around saying, I just wish God didn't trust me so much. You have become a victim in your own story. Allowing something that happened to you at 4 to walk with you through life. You come to these conferences and you prophesy alive and we quote scriptures and we lay on the floor and people lay hands on us. You have laid in this floor 10 times this week, but ain't nothing changed in you. Because the enemy knows if I can ever get to this heart, I had to look at my heart this year. I've had to look at my situation this year. I had to stop pointing fingers at people and realize the 3 were pointing back at me. I had to get to a place where I realized thieves don't rob empty vaults. There is something on the inside of you that you ain't tapped into yet. It is not over for you. It is not a finale for you. You are alive. You are well. And as long as you have a pulse, God's got a plan. It don't matter what they said about you. It's what he says about you. See, women, when you look at a woman, we have the capability to carry a whole human being in our belly. See, I don't think you understand that because some of you popped out 12. You're like, what? I just go down the broccoli aisle, drop them out. I got it. What? I had babies and I'm snatched back. But see, well, I need to paint a picture for you. You have the power to carry a whole life in your belly. You got the power to grow to measures that nothing else can grow. You got the power that you're sitting here that you can carry 6 kids at one time. Where are they at? In your belly. You got the power that when these babies are beginning to grow, they get their 10 fingers and 10 toes and 5-finger foreheads and they're getting different thumbprints. You are the one carrying these babies on the inside of you. You ain't just another person. You are an extreme, super powerful, iconic woman that can push a baby out of someplace nothing should be able to come out of. You ever seen a man with a paper cut? You let that man get a mosquito bite. He gonna buy everything in Eckert's for that one doggone mosquito bite. You are birthing a child out of a place that nothing but water should come out of. And you all of a sudden say, I ain't pushing nothing out. You start feeling those contractions, and all of a sudden you're like, ah! And he got the nerve to be rubbing you, baby. You got this. You got this. Baby, come and push. And you're over there thinking every ugly cuss word on the planet, looking in his eyeballs, telling him, you will never lay a hand on me again. God has given you the capability that on the count of 10, all of a sudden they're saying, push, baby, push, baby. There's some women in this room that you are walking into a season. If you don't learn to push, you're going to get diabetes, baby. Spiritual infection. Because you walked around carrying some things that you were supposed to birth last season.
Amen.
Walked in this room today and I can't do this. We can birth babies out of us, but we can't handle pain. You can't handle a heartbreak. You can't handle that ex-leaving with your best friend. You walked out with your best friend and you still stuck over here in a season. Allowing a season to define your whole lifetime, because I can't imagine everything I thought that would happen in my life. These expectations of us being a one till we graduate to heaven. The will is already written. And then life hits you in the face. And because you've never dealt with it, you're suppressing the pain and you're bleeding on people that didn't cut you. You're walking around in life faking it, never making it. And if you don't deal with what's going on the inside of you, it is almost like literally a leech. It is like a whale in the water. As you're bleeding, other infections are coming to you. And as you're bleeding, you're repeating the same cycles, falling in love with the same kinds of people, allowing friends in your life that don't really love you, that don't really celebrate you, but tolerate you. Why? Because you don't really believe that you are unstoppable, that you're an iconic woman of God. You are so afraid to be in a season where nobody is around that you never stop long enough to allow your heart to heal. Laying in this cycle, repeating these cycles and allowing unforgiveness on the inside of you to eat away at you. And you're saying, I can't let go. I can't forgive. If I forgive, then I'm pardoning a crime that was committed against me. I want them to hurt as bad as they hurt me. And what's basically happening is you're coming into these conferences and not feeling a doggone thing. Numb. You ever been numb? You ever been numb where you can't cry anymore? Yeah, sure you have. Because you got the superpower that ain't nobody else got. See, when God created Adam, he created Adam because he wanted to. But when he created Eve because he had to. Hey, let me just tell you something. When you ever learn what God is saying about you and you hold on to the fact in Romans 8:28, he said, I'm working all things together for your good. I trusted you in that season. I trusted you with that cancer. Another time, I trusted you because I knew when the curtain comes up on your life, people are going to all over the world, people that were sleeping on you or watching you are going to say, only God can do that. But see, you won't get up. You won't get up. You won't get up. You would rather have a pity party for one. You would rather get on social media and tell all your pain. You would rather get people. You like the attention that being broken gets you. Doctor that told you you ain't got cancer. You walking around already in a wheelchair. You already planning your whole funeral. It ain't over for you. You might as well stop. Tell yourself right now, in fact, stop wasting your time. Get up. Tell yourself, get up, Ellen. Get up. Get up, Tim. Get up healed. Get up whole. Get your voice back. Some of y'all need to lay hands on your body. You're like, I don't need no man. And everything on the inside of you wants a big old burly man wrapping his arms around you. Hello? Is it me or... I can't live without you. Yes, you can. You did it before. You're going to do it again. Why? Because nothing takes God by surprise. Where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be, or you wouldn't be here. Why? Because God is not a mean Father. Oh, I feel this thing. And my shanana, you hear me? I feel this. Somebody about to get free in this room. You ain't gonna need your therapist no more. She like, how does that make you feel? You're like, girl, let me tell you what Jesus has done for me. I'm coming to the counseling session not to get you to talk to me, but tell you about what God Thank you. Pastor Lisa, I love me some of you, man. I'm honored, and I love you singing. Oh, ride or die, Jeannie, ride or die, man. You know it's hashtag, right? Watch both of them go through some things that would normally take people out, and they get back up again and praising God on credit, losing everything and having to move into a place they never saw themselves have to be. Anybody ever been there where you literally had to move back in with your mom and daddy at 28, 38, 58, start all over again? You're like, how in the world am I going to do this, honey? You going to do it just like you go, like she doing it right now, just like I did it at 36. There's a story that is on the inside of you. Repeat this after me. My heart is healed. My mind is sound. My soul is blessed. My family is chosen. My body is healthy. My future is fantastic. My words are anointed. My walk is righteous. My praise is dangerous. My destiny is unstoppable. And my all is in Christ. And my year is limitless. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Come on. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Take my hands, Lord, and my feet to rest my heart, Lord, speak through me. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. And some of y'all didn't sing that because you're like, no, he can't. Because anytime God's going to use you, you got to walk through something. It's about to make sense to you why you walk through that death. It's about to make sense to you why you walk through that divorce. It's about to make sense to you why that best friend, ride or die, that said she'd never walk out on you, has walked out on you. See, you're going to realize right now that rejection was not necessarily someone walking out of your life, but it was somebody God needed out of your future. Your mama couldn't be a mama because she was just supposed to get you here. Your father left and went and raised somebody else. Why? Because there was something on the inside of you that he said, I can't let you be around those cycles to repeat, so I'm going to move you to another place. Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed. Huh? Be transformed by the renewal of what? This is where the enemy gets us, women. Every 28 days. You crazy. Every 28 days, you're looking at your husband that's had the same your whole married life. He been chasing butterflies with his little twig. Your whole married life, but every 28 days, you're just thinking, if I could put my hands around his neck and squeeze his eyeballs, he breathes wrong. Every 28 days. Because we got to get our minds in order, because if we are life givers, then when we walk into a room, we're life givers. See, you feel invisible. Why? Because the enemy wants to make sure you feel invisible. Because if you don't open your mouth and realize the power that you possess, then all of a sudden he can keep you quiet. But when you finally realize I am healed and I am whole and God is moving in my life, you ain't got to get on Facebook Live. You ain't got to get on Facebook or Instagram. I went to a live conference. I've been delivered. I'm doing a Facebook purge. If you don't hear from me or see me in your newsfeed, you've been deleted. Because I'm sick of the drama. You are the drama. You're the drama. Because when you're healed, you ain't got to tell nobody nothing. When you healed, you are so saved and sanctified. When you're healed, you ain't got to walk in with no Spanx on. When you're healed, you're walking, let it clap. Let it clap. I ain't taking that crap. Let it clap. I'm free. I'm delivered. I'm not looking in my eyes the way somebody else told me who I was. I'm looking right here where it says, do not be conformed to the ways of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of my mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good, what is acceptable. I'm all that in a bag of chips. In Matthew 10 and 28, it says, and do not fear those who kill you. Do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. That's why y'all ain't got to have no clap back. Y'all fighting devils that ain't even after you. You've been fighting some stuff that ain't even after you. See, the enemy started getting us in our fence. We walked around with our fence panties so wrapped around our neck. Everybody's talking about me. Ain't nobody talking about you. I know that post was about me. No, it's probably about them. Most of the time, my posts are about me. Because you preach from where you're coming from. That's why you got to go through something and wait. Don't wait until you get it together. Praise your way in hell. But once I get it together, what do I have to tell people? You can tell people, shut your mouth. Don't do what I did. Don't you, girl, you better not marry him. I can tell. Oh, I think, you got the power that when you're walking in the power of God, you're walking with a different vibe. It says right here, and do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in hell. You know what that means? Stop looking at people. They can't steal your birthday. Because if you don't get healed, what's here? It's the little foxes that spoil the vine. If you don't heal what's in here, the enemy will always use that lack to attract attack. Whatever's here is going to draw. That's why you keep marrying the same people with different faces. Alive means living, not dead. If something is alive, it continues to exist, even in hell. You can be walking through the hardest thing in your life and nobody know it. Why? Because you realize every time you fell apart, it got you nothing. I laid in my bed in 2006 after 17-year marriage ended. And I remember literally in this religion told me, if you get divorced, you're going to hell on a slip and slide. I did not fear God, I feared man. Because all of a sudden I started realizing everybody's talking about me. Woe is me. And they were. A lot of people were talking about me. Because people love to talk about the skeletons in your closet, so they ain't got to talk about theirs. People love to get on the politician wagon. I ain't never seen so many saved Christian folk more sinning than ever. Because you can't be a racist and be godly. You just can't. So the enemy, whatever is here is going to bleed. Because the enemy knows that you got that fish on the back of your car. Everybody knows that you go to church every single Sunday, that you were at the live conference because you put all these pictures up. I got saved this weekend. They're waiting on Monday for you to walk into that place and have your attitude with your name. If we don't heal, it means alive means living. Every time I go by a cemetery, I think of all those dreams out there of people that didn't conquer them. Why? Because the enemy lassoed them at a young age. The enemy started getting you to a place where you didn't believe in yourself because he knew, I can't touch her. So where I'm going to get her, I'm going to wear her out. I'm going to use her own infection. I used to lay in my bed every night, going through that divorce. Kill him! And I would pray specifics. Because I knew if a train hit that joker, Benny Hinn couldn't bring him back to life. I said, kill him with the train! And I would do it with some umph, like, Because God is getting rid of friends that are not really friends. You don't want nobody in your life that's faker than a freaking fake bill. Over here trying to give CPR to dead situation. God is not a God of chaos and confusion. You let people stay in your life that's only connected to the expired version of who you are. Because there ain't nothing like going to hell and coming out on fire. When you come out of something, ain't nobody going to be able to relate to you that could relate to you before. Why? Because you have found the peace that surpasses all understanding. You have hit rock bottom, and you find out who the rock is at the bottom, which is Jesus. It ain't Amanda, it ain't Ellen. You ain't going around taking it to the throne, to the phone, you're taking it to the throne. You ain't asking people who ain't never walked through what you walked through how to swim when they're drowning. God is calling us to a place where we ain't scared to be quiet. Calling us to a place where we don't gotta post it. Some of y'all in relationships, you want to get married so bad you can't stand it. Because every single family reunion, yo loudmouth chunky butt aunt is sitting there telling you, no, she's 50 years old. She ain't never had a man. And you want so bad to pay somebody to go be your date so she won't talk about you while she's married and miserable. So what you'll do is every single other month, last year, you had 12 different relationships. One day it said in a relationship. A week later it said complicated. Because you just want so bad for people to validate you fine. I'm fine. And all of us are sitting there watching your status change from complicated to in a relationship thinking, dear Lord, are you in a relationship with a planet? You gotta chill out. Get focused. Get your mind back. See, if you want life to come into your life, anybody sick and tired of being sick and tired? Come on, this is reality. Anybody sick of walking around acting like you blessed and highly favored and you toe up from the floor? Anybody? Some of y'all need to put everything in. Some of y'all laying hands on people up here, you crazy. Some of y'all so desperate, you running around your house with sage. You're burning nasty paper now. Just trying, God ain't coming through for me, so let me just try this sage. And you're burning the sage with the windows down. The demons are just running all over your house. Because we're afraid to wait on God because God never moves in the time frame we want him to move in. So we think he's ghosted us, but really he's gifting us. If you want life to come into your life, you need to stand where it's shining. You need to go where the sun is. This is why the enemy always gets you depressed. Why does he get us depressed, Sandy? Because as long as we don't go around where life is, we end up getting in our feelings. And a crazy mind, 6 inches between your ears, will have you stuck on silly. You need to, some of y'all need to delete some voicemails. Where's God? He's waiting on you. See, God didn't move. You ain't moved. Your legs feel like a turtle sucking peanut butter. You're like, oh Lord, I can't even move my leg. You better get your big thick thigh. You're like, oh, I done gained all this weight eating ho-hos on the couch. You praying for a miracle eating ho-hos and scratching your behind. Well, I don't know what's going on. Because you don't really trust that God loves you and knows your name. Because you've allowed these counterfeits into your life to tell you who you are instead of who God says you are. It ain't over until God says it's over for you. As long as you got a pulse, God's got a plan. See, life either happens to you or for you.
Amen.
There are no two ways about it. It's your choice. It might hurt. You might be going through something, you're devastated. You may feel like a Mack truck's just beat you behind. I just got free from this and here I am again. single mama my whole life. Working 3 and 4 jobs, couldn't be at his parties. Sacrificed. Now he's 16. Been in jail 3 times. I got myself healed. And then I end up in another relationship. Sideswiped. Now what? On my 3rd miscarriage. Now what? Almost retired and they handed me my pink slip. We're downsizing. Now what? See, life either happens to you or for you. There are no 2 ways about it. You are in for the ride of your life or feel as though you keep missing the bus. Some people spend their entire lives chasing the bus, but never catch it. They don't realize that if they stop chasing, another one will arrive. Sooner rather than later. And the cool thing about the new bus is it's going to take you to a different destination and to the same destination. See, we're praying for restoration, but why do you want something that could be taken away from you? I don't know about you, but in this season, I'm not praying for restoration. I'm holding on to Joel 2:25, and I'm saying, Father, I don't want just restoration. I want restitution. I want 7 times greater of everything that the devil stole from me. I might have caused it. My decisions might have caused the storms I'm walking in, but God, let me get healed. Heal my body from the inside out, God. Don't let me be the same. It's no surprise that life can defeat us. God knew before you were ever even a thought in your mother's womb, you were going to be exactly where you are in this room. He knew on January the 31st, you would be staring at something you never thought you would have to stare at again. You weren't ready. You weren't prepared. Now what? This is the very time that you don't need people telling you what to do. You need to get on your knees. You need to shut the noise and you need to decide, I'm not doing things the same way. This is called life, and life knocks. Life lessons are better than any seminary on the planet. Something about going to hell, baby. Something about walking through a situation in your life that causes, people going to put them labels on you. You hear me? People going to put labels on you, but the oil that's going to be dripping off of your life because you got back up again. You failed, you got back up again. You failed, you got back up again. You turned off Lemonade, Beyonce, and you turned on some podcasts where people are prophesying to you. You got people in your world that are speaking life. Baby, you've been down long enough. You've been talking about him long enough. You've been talking about your mama long enough. I need you to get up. The devil's been telling you, oh, this is a generational curse. You're going to walk in the generational curse. I need some women in this room today to say, devil, you should have messed with somebody else. This is where the generational curse starts. Life knocks you down, try to land on your back. You can lay in quicksand, you can fall on your back. It happened. You can't change it. But now what? Get up. Land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. So this time, coming out strong. This time, you're singing in the shower, but now you walk around your office whistling. They're saying, my God, what in the world has happened to Jacqueline? She is walking around here humming. I think she is plotting our death. Because when God comes on the scene, he shifts your trajectory in 24 hours. What held you hostage since you were 4, all of a sudden in this meeting, in the next 30 minutes, you can make up in your mind, I ain't staying here. I may not know how I'm going to pay my bills. I might still be on romaine noodles when I leave here. But I'm about to stop and get me some hot dogs and get me some closed tonight. My first real dose of defeat occurred in 7th grade. When I found out all of those years that I was having to leave class for special class, I thought it was for the VIP kids, was really only for special ed students. Every time they would say, Kim, go to your class, I got up with an extra. I'm special and you ain't. I get to leave this dumb class. Only to find out, finally walking into 8th grade, which was then going into junior high, that I was sitting in the class, in the office with my counselor, when my counselor advised my parents and said, we have to plan for Kim's senior classes. We would suggest that she takes cosmetology. She don't need to go to no college. Girlfriend dumb. She never got her hooked on phonics. She reads a chapter and she can't remember a doggone thing she read. She needs to go to cosmetology and learn how to do hair, because there's no hope for her. Luckily that day I had a mama. This is why your kids need you to get it together. See, you've been crying for long enough. Your kids have been watching you. Your kids have become the parent in your family. Because in this season, you've allowed the wind to be knocked out from under you. But you birthed those babies, and they're needing you to break a cycle off of you. Thank you, God, that I had a mama that looked at me that day and said, over my dead body, and you prophesy this over my child. She is 5 foot tall, 99 pounds, soaking wet. Push me out, butt first. She said, not my baby. Come on, Kim, grabbing her purse with her big old glasses and her hair popped on top of her head because she couldn't cut it. And I remember that day, me and her walking down the hall, and she was just under her breath. I could hear her speaking in the spirit. Father, I thank you that we are breaking this curse off of my daughter. I thank you, Father, that she will retain. I prophesy over my baby that she will be the head and not the tail. I prophesy over my baby that she's going to write some books that are going to be bestseller. I prophesy over my baby. We need some women that know how to prophesy. She took me out of that school and put me in Fountain, a public school, which was going to send me to hell. Because in religion, you can't intermix with sinners. She didn't care. She didn't care. She said, I'd rather go to hell with a bunch of sinners than go to heaven with a bunch of... And this was a Christian school. She's a baby. I remember that was the moment my life changed. She said, you're going to get in this car. And she said, you're about to go over to the 8th grade at the public school. And when you get there, don't you even remember a word. I remember her laying her hand on my head as she started saying, Father, give my baby some spiritual amnesia. I thank you, Lord, that she will not stop on silly. It's a word from the devil and not from you, Father. Your words are over me. I'll never forget it. I went through season. I remember every day that woman went in revival. Every day I'd wake up to music blaring in our house. Fill her up. She'd be walking around my room. Her nose would always get bright red. And I'd always be like, dear God, I'm not in there anymore. But what she did was she started something on the inside of me. I walked up into that school. I worked harder than I've ever worked in my life. It took me a little bit longer to get it together. But when I tell you, I went in that school and I started realizing my power wasn't just in my mind. My power was in my belly. I started realizing as my mama stood up for me that day and began to walk in, let me walk in who God created me to be. I took over the whole school. She did say, Kim, you're going to go out for the officer of the class. I said, I can't even understand what I just read. She went home. She started making me dollar bills and put my face on it. She said, Kim for treasury. I said, Mama, we ain't gonna do that. She goes, oh, yes, we are. She said, because you're going to realize it ain't just about your mind. It ain't about your smart. You got something on the inside of you that other people ain't got. I need you to start speaking to what's on the inside. You're going to use what you got instead of what's up here. This is man-made. This is God-made. That's what mamas can do. Mamas can shift your trajectory. I got some mamas in this room. You've been crying for long enough. You've been pitiful and not powerful. You better take your power. About the bulldog mentality. She started teaching me that I didn't just have to have brain smart, I had some street smart. Can't nobody tell me nothing. She said, Kimberly, listen to me, girlfriend. Every night you're going to be listening to that word. Now here's what the enemy will do. When the enemy can't get your kid one way, he'll come in another way. And I figured if I can't preach, then I'm going to be a worship leader. Now, I'm black on the inside. I'm blacker than most of you. But I'm white on the outside. White people ain't got no rhythm. So she sent me off to World Harvest Bible School. They said, we're going out, we need 2 more people to fill in. In this 5,000 member church, we got 2 spots. My mama got me so confident in myself that I took my whole tail up there. And I remember Clint Brown was standing up there at that keyboard. He said, harmonize with me. I thought, oh dear Lord, let's harmonize. He said, just sing what I'm not singing. I said, oh Lord. He started singing, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Everybody stared at me. And all of a sudden I started singing. I was holding my ear. I said, if you can use anything, Lord. He said, no, that's not it. That's not it. I thought, oh dear God. I started feeling that same pressure that I felt when I found out I was in special ed. I started feeling all my ears got hot, my face got hot. I was like, oh Lord, I'm about to be the whole laughter of this stage. And I just remember he leaned over to me. He said, come on, teamwork makes the dream work. And he went, I stood up and I started singing it with him and I made it. Here's what God will do. I made it up on that platform because I kept hearing my mama. You got something in you that ain't nobody else got. I'm talking to some women in this room that maybe your mama wasn't like my mama. Maybe you're sitting there now, you jump from being a victim over here to a victim here. Well, I had a mama. You had that mama, girl. I didn't have no mama. I had to be the mama. I had to raise all my 5 kids. You know why you did? Because you had it. You got something on the inside of you that God said, you got this. You a bad mamma jamma. You a bad boss chick. You bad. I remember sitting on that front row and I'm singing all over the world with this man. And I always got in trouble because I never could be on the point. I never sing anything right. I never sing it. I still this minute. Even on Preachers of Atlanta, my son calls me out on national TV and said, girl, you cannot sing. She had me so confident that I thought I could sing and lead worship. And all of a sudden I found out I was the flaw. Why? Because when you're not careful in your life, the enemy will get you into a place where you're trying to fit in lanes you never were supposed to be in. And while you're trying to fit into lanes you ain't supposed to be in, you stopping somebody else from walking in their calling. Because you're trying to prove a point. I remember that we were coming back from Israel and Pastor Rod looked at me and he said, I see you looking at that boy on that piano. I said, I ain't looking at no boy. I don't want nobody. And inside I'm thinking, uh-oh. I'd already put bubble letters. Kim, la, la, la. Then I even put pastor, la, la, la. I ain't saying his name because y'all go hunt him down. You know, women, we better than FBI's. We're gonna find you. We're gonna find your address. We're gonna find who you texted. We're gonna wait till you go to sleep at night, and we're gonna crawl up out of the bed, and we're gonna slither over on the floor, and we're gonna grab your smartphone off the cabinet, and we forget a smartphone. If it just moves, that light comes on, and you're so scared of it getting caught but not getting healed. So you over here like, oh, the light goes on, you're like, ah! Insecurity. He will make sure that in your news feed that broad that you ain't never met in your life, but she got the life you want. Because people are famous for putting up on social media their highlight reel. And the enemy will make sure whatever you're not having in your life or whatever you feel like he forgot about to give you, he'll make sure on Instagram while you scrolling. This woman's the same age as you. She over here, and she got triplets. And she got them triplets. One hanging here, and one hanging here. And her baby got the bows in their hair. And she's juicing. She's juicing every meal. Your kid is running around the living room with chicken McNuggets hanging out of its mouth. And you scrolling saying, I ain't that good. And my kid's still in his clothes and didn't take a shower this week. And then all of a sudden you look and you're like, oh my God, I was following her. She had triplets in her belly 5 weeks ago. Now she's sitting there juicing and she's snatched. And I'm still trying to get my back boobs off from little Johnny that swelled. And then the enemy's like, I ain't through with you. He'll make sure that her husband comes up. And her husband, all of a sudden they're standing on Destin Beach with her in her bikini and all her boy, her girl, and her boy. You got 12 boys trying to have a girl. And she put her husband up there, and you're like, ah! Her husband looks like he stepped out of GQ, and yours looks like he stepped out of DQ. And you mad. You mad. That's why you got your heel. See, you ain't stuck because you ain't no tree. Do not be conformed to the ways. Do not be conformed to Instagram. Do not be conformed to Facebook. Do not be conformed to Twitter. Do not be conformed to those blogs that you read every day that half of them ain't real anyway. She got that perfect hair. You over here, man, she got the perfect, it ain't real. She probably got 12 Spanx on and can't even breathe. You see those women that finally lose a few pounds and y'all stand up in your picture and you standing there snatched and we can see that you got a whole Spanx on because all your fat's coming out at your knee. Because we ain't never happy with what we got. Then you get that flab. Anybody else got flab right here? Boom, 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 boom. You don't like your thick thighs. You used to love your thick thighs till that counterfeit told you, ain't nobody gonna love you with your thick thighs. Them thick thighs caught your cell phone from falling in the toilet a time or two. And let me just tell you, this ain't so bad. All you gotta do is get a tattoo of an American flag every July 4th. See, the problem is when you allow the world and social media to dictate who you are instead of God, you assume power, and you don't allow God to become your power, and you allow these gossip magazines and it means reclaiming. Whenever you allow the power of God to come in your situation, you begin to reclaim your authority over your pain and your suffering. And listen, it shows you are bigger than what has tried to defeat you and greater than your suffering. See, you turn your pain into suffering when you resist it. Pain and suffering is not who you are. It is something you experience. And have the power to overcome it. My humility for life and God and His work on this earth extends to the lessons I learned. There are times I felt like a wounded soul. And I'd walk around, look, I can't even do it no more. I got so free. let God heal us. See, there are times in my life I felt like that wounded soul and I carried it in a life raft out to sea and let it just blow me out to sea. And at 36 years old, when I had to move back in with my mother and my father, and I'm laying in bed one night and I'm screaming out to God, God, take this pain away from me. I'm a preacher's kid, man. I should know how to praise my way through this. And here I am saying, kill him with a train. Got two little boys that need their mama. They're grieving by themselves because I'm so broken and mean. If my house would have caught on fire, they would have let me burn. Because I was vicious, bitter, would eat away at your bones. Letting somebody that was even worth being in your life steal your life. I found myself laying in that bed, crying out to God, man. I was like, God, take this pain away from me. It is what it is. And I remember God speaking to me at that very moment. The first time I ever heard God say Nikakis was when I was 36 years old. And I remember God told me, He said, I can't take this pain away from you. You got to get up and walk away from it. I'm not a genie in a bottle. When you get sick and tired of being mean, you get sick and tired of crying yourself to sleep over the same stuff, laying in that bed saying, God said He was going to number my tears and put them in a bottle. I had an ocean. Laying in that bed, I realized that my problems were not bigger than me. Some of y'all are allowing what you walk through to be bigger than you. And you got to realize that the size of your problem determines the level of your growth. There's purpose in your pain. See, bigger challenges mean greater personal growth. When you finally get to a place where this is how I fight my battle. See, these songs come at you different. When you all you had was God. Whenever all you had laying in that bed at night was you and God. You had to get off social media because things were breaking your heart over and over. And you realize that you can't heal in the same environment that broke you. And you begin to get in this place where this is how I fight my battle. You learn how to put some post up on social media and then delete it instead of sending it. True healing is when you can tell your story and not cry over it anymore. Amen. See, incredible change happens in your life when you decide to take control of what you do have power over instead of craving control over what you don't. Can't fix that. I'm alive, but I'm really dead. Needing Starbucks to get me up every day. Drinking Red Bull instead of letting Jesus be my Red Bull. Walking around eating my feelings. They put me on Xanax, which was a bad mistake, because I ate all my food in the middle of the night. Because Xanax will have you not feeling anything and eating everything. Until I finally started realizing, laying in that bed that night where He said, you got to get up and walk away from that pain, I started realizing I got a part to play in this thing. And the reason the enemy's trying to take me out is because there's something on the inside of me. Because thieves don't rob empty vaults. There's something. And the reason the enemy's after your children, the reason the enemy's after your spouse, the reason the enemy's after your money, the reason the enemy's after your health, because whatever you fear will come upon you. When you get to a place where you say, devil, bring it on, I got this. When the devil and the life is telling you there's another storm coming in your life, you can look at that storm and say, what you don't understand, devil, is I am the storm. See, you must understand there is no secret, no magic formula to take back your power, because it was never taken away from you. You gave it. To take back your power, you got to lean into your problems. Face it. Laying in that bed, I started taking a quiz. 25 things about me. And I remember it was on MySpace. And I didn't have no friends, so I just took every quiz I could find. And I remember looking at that quiz and I said, what's your favorite food, Pastor? What's your favorite food? I couldn't even tell you what my favorite food was. What's your favorite color? Rainbow colors. Black, gray. I realized at that moment that I've lost myself, because often in life it's not about becoming anything. It's about unbecoming what you became, trying to be like society when you were cut from a different mold. Instead of being broken, comfortably broken, you become beautifully broken. And you begin to allow yourself to unpeel into the next season that you're supposed to be in. See, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used to get it there. We got to stop thinking what we're thinking that got us into that situation. When I was laying in that bed that night and I wanted to find out what my favorite color was, I remember telling God, I don't know what my favorite color is. I need to know at least 25 things that's good about me. I told God that, 25 things. See, sometimes you got to pray specifics. Y'all laying in bed every night. Read my mind. Pastor, can you please pray for me? I can't even open my mouth. You better learn how to open your mouth. Because life and death are the power of your words. And some of your life looks the way it looks because of what's coming out of your mouth. Bitter Betty, Petty Patrick, Pitiful Perry. See, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking. I said, God, I need 25 things that's good about me. Y'all, 7 days later, it was Mother's Day. The very little boy that I thought I had ruined through this divorce walks in my room with a poem. Lincoln Presley hands it to me. And it says, 35 things that I love about you. Every time we would go to games, he said, don't you open your mouth during this game. You were always the loudest, most obnoxious one of her. Mother, I promise you, I will stop playing basketball if you don't shush. And every time he'd hit a goal, I'd be like, wow! And then I'd do my little jig. Number 1 said, I love you, Mama, because you were the loudest one at my basketball game. Number 6 said, I love you, Mama, because you conquered hell in high heels. What was he saying to me? He was saying in that very moment, the very thing that I thought made me bitter and angry and ruined my life and took me out was not my finale. Yeah, amen. There are some of you that are walking in this room today and you've literally said, God, I am so broken. I've been here my whole life. Never thought I would be in South Africa without my husband. I never thought that I'd have to move back in with my mom and dad when I was a first lady. I never thought that I would be widowed whenever I'm just this year. I can go travel around the world. And now my husband is stricken with dementia and I gotta wipe his tail. Where are you at? God, where are you at? Where are you at, God, when I can't trace you? He said, I'm right here. I didn't move, you're moving. Because if you don't learn how to open your mouth and begin to decree some things over your life, you will begin to repeat these same cycles. And today I am breaking some cycles off of you. It's called your mind. It's called your bitterness. It's called your rejection. It ain't over. God is about to move you from the pit to the palace. All he's waiting on you to do is get unstuck. Have you ever felt like God has ghosted you? It's difficult for all of us to believe that in the moments we feel him or understand him the least, he's actually moving the most. He's actually working in your life the most. So what God is doing in your life right now is an indication his presence is becoming stronger, even though your emotional sensation is that he has left you. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Just walking around your house. Think about it every night and day. Little Johnny, I want to hear you crying every night. Y'all was saying like, whoa, my mama crazy. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. Taking back your power. Taking back your anointing. I really think we all can relate to something being taken from you. that you had depended on, and it was actually like a part of you. It isn't always a person. Sometimes your season of life changes and you didn't get any warning. You didn't get a training manual. You didn't get how am I going to navigate, start over again if I was a stay-at-home mom. And he left with his assistant. And I can't got time to grieve. If you ain't careful, you will begin to concentrate on him instead of your own healing. And where you're trying to get free, the enemy's creeping in even more. Maybe you were ghosted by God. Maybe you were gifted. We can all look back and see some things God put in our lives that were amazing, but sometimes what God allows to be removed from our lives is just as significant as what He allows to be brought into our situation. God did not leave you. He is calling you deeper. He did not abandon you. He no longer wants to just be with you. He wants to be in you. He wants to turn you inside out. He wants to move you from here to there.